Hello everyone and welcome to this super fun sandwich recipe episode inspired by the king himself. Today I'm making this vegan and gluten-free ELVIS sandwich. For those of you who don't know what an ELVIS sandwich is, it consists of 5 things: sandwich bread, peanut butter, bananas, bacon slices, and a little bit of butter to toast the sandwich at the very end. I have 4 of those components right over here. I'll show you them each close up to the camera just so you know what brand I'm using. This is my go-to vegan and gluten-free sandwich bread. As you can tell, it's loaded with texture. I especially love this seeds and grains variety. And this bread is made by the Little Northern Bakehouse out of Abbotsford, British Columbia. Next up we have the peanut butter. I'm going with the Justin's brand all natural creamy peanut butter, which has no added sugar. Here we have 1 lovely ripe banana. I'll be putting some banana slices on the ELVIS sandwich. And then for the 4th component that I highlighted to my left just a second ago, this is some plant butter that I'll be spreading on the outside of the ELVIS sandwich in order to toast it in my skillet. Now let's get to the fun part of this recipe, which is the bacon. It's kind of the unusual part of an ELVIS sandwich. Obviously the bacon I'm making today is vegan because I don't eat meat and I haven't had bacon for many years. And the recipe that I'm following to make this vegan and gluten-free bacon is linked below. It's courtesy of Nora Cooks and I absolutely love her recipes. They're phenomenal. I'm gonna link the tofu chocolate pie that I made for Pie Day back in March of this year because that was a recipe of hers. Anyways, let's go through the 5 ingredients over here that I'll be using to make the vegan and gluten-free bacon for this ELVIS sandwich. First up we have this block of tofu. I'll be draining this out, patting it dry, and then slicing it into bacon strips. The rest of the bacon ingredients are actually for a marinade I'll be whisking together and putting the tofu strips into. There will be 1/2 cup of this gluten-free tamari, which is brewed soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and finally 2 tablespoons of liquid smoke. There's just 4 easy steps to make this tofu bacon. For step number 1, I'll be slicing the tofu block into thin bacon strips. For step number 2, I'll prepare the marinade for the bacon strips, so I'll just be whisking together the maple syrup, the tamari, the liquid smoke, and the tomato paste. For step number 3, I'll marinate the tofu bacon strips for 1 hour. And for step number 4 of the tofu bacon recipe, I'll take the tofu strips, put them into my oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and cook them for about 40 minutes. Once I'm done making the tofu bacon, I mean that's really the heavy lifting of this recipe, all that's left is sandwich assembly. I'm very much looking forward to having an ELVIS sandwich again after so many years, and this is actually the first time I'll be having it vegan. With that, let's get started making the delicious tofu bacon for this sandwich. Alright, the tofu bacon is done and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. It also smells really nice and smoky because of the liquid smoke that went into the marinade. I've already decided that the next time I make vegan BLTs, I'll be using this tofu bacon recipe. So now that the bacon is done, which took up, most of the time for this recipe, all that's left is to assemble the sandwich, and I grabbed a second dinner plate. And I think I'm gonna actually make a couple of sandwiches, just, I don't know, in case the first one doesn't go to plan, I have a second one I can try to make. Okay, so peanut butter first. I am a huge fan of peanut butter. I just love this stuff. I think I can safely say these are some pretty calorie dense sandwiches. Next, I think I'm gonna lay on the bacon strips. I think I'm only gonna put 4 slices on each. So here's the progress. Very close to toasting these bad boys. All right, now for the banana slices. Oh, I'm so glad this banana is at the perfect ripeness right now. This is honestly so fun. This is reminding me of arranging the blanched almonds on top of my Scottish Dundee fruit cake. I'll link that right here so you can go and check that out. These are really giving summer. So unusual, but it has a lot going for it. There's protein, there's fat, there's fruit, lots of texture, lots of color. This is honestly one of the more fun sandwiches I can think of. And now I'm kind of debating how to do this. I brought out a box of toothpicks. Oops, my bad. I'm wondering if I should, you know, get these toothpicked so that they're not flying all over the place in my skillet. I think what I'll do first is actually just get the butter onto the outsides. The peanut butter, hopefully, fingers crossed, is gonna help these sandwiches stick together. So close, guys, so close. Please stay together. Please, Elvis sandwiches. That's everything for the sandwich assembly. They're looking great. So I'm gonna bring you over to my stovetop where I have my skillet all heating up on low heat. Let's get these guys going, shall we? These look so gorgeous. It's nice and toasted golden brown on the outsides of the sandwich. I did not need my toothpicks. To get this golden brown crunchy texture on the outside of the sandwich, I simply toasted each side of the sandwich for about 3 minutes on medium-low heat. For those of you who ever wondered what the inside of a vegan Elvis sandwich looks like, here you go. As a huge fan of peanut butter, I absolutely love when it gets super like heated up and drippy and delicious when you have it on toast, or in this case, on a toasted sandwich. And now for the long anticipated bite of this sandwich, let's just dig right in. The fact that the bread is toasted with the butter just, brings this to a whole nother level. It's so good. It's so indulgent. I wouldn't expect the smoky bacon flavor to taste good with peanut butter and banana. For some reason, it all tastes wonderful together. This is just such an oddball sandwich. It really is. Well, my foodies, that concludes this vegan and gluten-free Elvis sandwich recipe episode. Let me know what you thought of this very unique recipe down in the comments section. I love hearing from all of you. I read every single one of your comments. And of course, leave any suggestions that you have for recipes you'd like me to feature here. If you like this episode and are looking for other ways to incorporate vegan bacon into a meal, I have 2 recipes linked for you at the very end of this video. One of them is for a vegan BLT, also gluten-free. And the other one is an all-American breakfast, kind of like this. This is a pretty all-American meal, and that all-American breakfast features tempeh bacon. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Take care, everybody. Eat well, and I will see you in the next episode on this channel. Bye!